Hello and welcome to Assessment of Student Learning in the Fall 2018 semester. I am your instructor for the next 7 weeks, Maggie Place, and I'd like to share a little bit about me before we review the course. I am the Associate Dean of Graduate Studies and Extended Learning at Widener University, and in that role I oversee the academic operations for our extended learning undergraduate and graduate programs, and I also do some work with our graduate studies office. I have been teaching for education and extended learning for about 3 years now. I also do teach for the psychology department on occasion. Both my bachelor's and master's degrees were in psychology, and my doctoral degree I completed at Widener in higher ed leadership. So I was in the place that some of you are currently in right now, and I'm very excited to share what I've learned since that time and also what I was able to learn from this particular course. My contact information is both here and also on the syllabus. The best way to reach me is by email. And if you would like to come meet with me, I'm happy to host you in my office in the Kapelski Learning Center. We are in Suite 120. So in this course, we're going to cover a number of different topics, and these 6 objectives here are what I hope you leave this course with. So I hope that you are able to describe the historical, political, social, and educational contexts for assessment of student learning, and we're going to look at how that has evolved over the last few years, especially as there has been more scrutiny of the higher education system in general. I hope that you're then able to demonstrate a working knowledge of assessment planning elements. You'll be demonstrating that through one of your assignments. You will present compelling claims and approaches for gathering evidence of assessment and evidence of student learning in general through one of our discussion forums. You will evaluate assessment plans and their implementation throughout this course. You will be able to distinguish between assessment of student learning and requirements for accreditation. That's another assignment I'll cover in a moment. And at the end, you will design a viable assessment plan for improving learning and assuring educational quality. There are some questions we're going to consider throughout this course. For many of the questions we are going to talk about, there are no right answers, or at least there's not only one right answer. So we will discuss things like, what is assessment? What are the various forms of assessment? In what way do we currently assess students at Widener? And then we'll also talk about what is not assessment. We're going to talk about why we practice assessment and who the internal and external stakeholders are. We're going to talk about specifics as well in those practical applications sections. And finally, we're going to end the course with some challenges and special considerations. I am very happy to make adjustments as we go throughout the next 7 weeks. So if there's anything that I did not mention that you would like to know about specifically, please send me a message. I am happy to add anything or to incorporate questions into our discussions. And this is in your syllabus, but I wanted to indicate how your learning will be assessed throughout this short term here. We will have participation, discussion forums will be graded, and then also at the end of each module I've included an exit ticket. It's essentially a formative assessment. You'll learn about the difference between formative and summative assessments. And this is designed for me to get a handle on what questions you might have in an anonymous way. So I do ask that everyone complete them each week, but they are not graded, and I will not be able to tell who submitted what. The accreditation and assessment paper has two elements, a research element and an opinion. You will be discussing what the role of accreditation is in the assessment of student learning, and there's more information on that assignment in your syllabus. We also have an assignment that entails writing questions, and then I will provide data based on the questions you create, and you will evaluate that data and provide feedback. So there's both a practical application of what we'll be learning over the next few weeks, and then an opportunity for reflection and evaluation of your own. Finally, the course will culminate in an assessment plan where you do some independent research because you are able to choose your own topic, and it will require a synthesis of all of the course elements. Those four main buckets, if you will, are the ways in which you will be assessed throughout this course. If you have any further questions about this or the syllabus, please contact me, and I look forward to working with all of you.